Hey everyone, James Niggemeyer here. Thank you for tuning back into the YouTube channel. Today I want to talk a little bit about spinnerbait fishing in the fall, a quick tip that could help you get a few more bites. Before I get right into it, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please consider doing that. It's probably one of the better ways to help grow the channel, and I'd certainly appreciate it. So spinnerbait fishing, probably one of my favorite ways to catch them, and it's very effective in the fall. But there's some different things that I think you should take into consideration that could put a few more bites or fish in your boat when you're fishing this time of year. It's November, and here in Northeast Texas, we've had some just really nice fall weather, but we've had some really mild temperatures, and I feel like the water temperature is maybe a little bit warmer than normal. What we've also had is a lack of rain, and that's typical for, what you have in the fall. You typically have the summer has evaporated a lot of water. There hasn't been much rain to put color into the lake. And so you have clearer water, smaller bait, and what typically anglers do is go with a smaller than average spinnerbait. Say something smaller than 3/8 ounce, because you have the young of the year shad, so you want to imitate the shad, and the water's clear, so you don't need a big presence. So something like a 1/4 ounce or 5/16 ounce spinnerbait. This one is a Buckeye Lures Select spinnerbait, and that's a good one. This color's pretty cool. They call that spot remover. I like it because it's got a little chartreuse, but it's also kind of got this scale pattern translucency, so has a little bit of the best of both worlds. But generally, I like a mouse pattern. Mouse is a more translucent color because that kind of goes in line with what we're seeing. We're seeing clearer water, smaller bait. So we want the bait to be seen by the fish, but we also don't want them to get a really good look at it to tell that it's an imposter. So generally, I like a smaller spinnerbait. This is a 5/16 ounce, and this is the same spinnerbait. It's the Select spinnerbait by Buckeye. And they come with one of my favorite blades. This is an Oklahoma or tortoise shell blade. I like it because it's a cross between, say, a Colorado and a willow leaf, and so it has a good vibration, more than a willow leaf, but less than a Colorado. So it's the best of both worlds, a happy medium, gets bit. But I generally gravitate towards this blade in the springtime. Maybe not in the pre-spawn, or just once the water's moving in towards the spawn and a little bit post-spawn, and you've got color in the water. I like that because it has a little bit more vibration, throws a little bit more thump, and it has a broader leaf, so it gets a little bit more flash out there. It's just overall, it's good for, warmer water, but off-colored water, aggressive fish, springtime stuff. So when I get into the fall, what I like, again, is that mouse colored, which is more of a translucent color like this. I like the fact that it looks like bait fish, and maybe this lighting's not doing it justice, but it's got some kind of a fine flake in it, so when the light hits it, it shines, and it's got scale pattern. It just looks great. I love the chrome head. Again, trying to be stealthy so the fish don't get a great look at it. I'm probably going to put a trailer, but this is where I want to make a change. I want to put on a willow leaf. And you say, why a willow leaf? Because willow leaf, to me, is probably one of the more natural looking blades. Spins at a higher RPM than your Colorado or your tortoise. So you're going to be able to move it a little bit faster, and that faster rotation is also going to make it harder for those fish to kind of track down or see. They're going to see flash. It's going to see profile that looks like bait fish. I think this is like a 3.5 blade. I've got a box where I've cannibalized all the old spinnerbaits that have broken down, wires breaking, hooks that are busted up, and different things like that. And this is the box here. And I just keep all that in here. So the profile, the naturalistic kind of shape of a bait fish, and then it can make, it can help me move the bait faster. One of the things about a tortoise and a Colorado, slows the bait down, stalls it out. And that's great when you want fish, want to give the fish a moment to kind of see the bait, especially when their vision is limited. But again, I just want to move this through the water column, and I want to make sure that they can see that flash, that bait fish look. And so this is something that I suggest you do as far as trying to imitate the bait fish for this time of year. Overall, again, you can move it fast, you can burn the bait, you can slow roll it, you can hover in the water as well with your rod tip up high. But definitely take this into consideration. I'm not saying it's going to make the difference between catching 3 fish or 20 fish, but it might add a few more fish to your day out on the water. Just a quick tip for you guys: blade selection for fall fishing, imitating those smaller bait, the clearer water, warmer temperature still. Hope you guys got something out of it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and drop a comment down below. Love to hear from you guys. Also, be sure to go over to my description section. I have my website. I have my link to my merch, Team Niggemeyer Fishing, Instagram, Facebook, and a discount code for 20% off Amphibia eye gear, floating patented air cell technology, and Angie rated lenses to protect your eyes. Until next time, thanks for watching and good fishing.